After NATO talks in Sweden, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has arrived in India for a high-level diplomatic visit. His visit comes at a sensitive time in US-India ties, with talks expected on trade, energy, defense and strategic cooperation. As part of his India visit, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has landed in West Bengal's capital, Kolkata. Rubio was received by US Ambassador Sergio Gore during his first visit to the state. The Kolkata leg of his tour comes at a politically significant time for West Bengal, which won assembly elections for the first time. Rubio visited Mother Teresa's House of Missionaries of Charity and is expected to pay respects at Mother Teresa's cemetery. He will visit the iconic Victoria Memorial. The city holds special significance as home to the world's oldest US consulate, established in 1792. Which continues to manage American diplomatic and trade interests across 11 eastern and northeastern states. Later today, the US Secretary of State will travel to New Delhi, where he is scheduled to call on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Tomorrow, he will hold talks with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and celebrate the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence at the US Embassy. On Monday, Marco Rubio will visit Agra and Jaipur before returning to the capital for the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting on Tuesday. The meeting hosted by India will also see participation from Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong and Japanese Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi, alongside India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. Ahead of the visit, Rubio said the US is ready to sell India as much energy as it is willing to buy. He has described India as a great ally and partner. Rubio's remarks are part of a broader effort by Washington to reassure India at a time when both sides are trying to manage new strategic and political differences. Rubio said that Washington is ready to supply New Delhi with oil, gas and other energy resources, and the only limit is how much India is willing to purchase. India is already one of the top importers of American liquefied natural gas, but the US wants to go further. Last year, the Trump administration imposed a 50% import tariff on India, including penalties which were linked to India's purchase of Russian oil under US sanctions. The tariff rate was to be brought down to 18% under a tentative trade deal announced in February, before the US Supreme Court scrapped the tariffs. The tariffs and US President Donald Trump's perceived closeness to Pakistan, they've caused a strain in India-US ties. Now, it will be up to Marco Rubio to undo the damage. And to give us more details, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Take a look.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio in India this weekend for a high-stakes diplomatic visit focused on energy security, trade, and defense cooperation, but the broader goal is reinforcing the U.S.-India partnership at a time of growing concern over China's influence in the Indo-Pacific region. Rubio is expected to participate in a Quad foreign ministers meeting with India, Japan, and Australia in New Delhi. From the U.S. perspective, officials see India as a critical strategic partner, not just economically, but as part of a wider effort to balance regional power dynamics and secure supply chains, energy routes, and emerging technologies as well. Analysts say Washington also wants to reassure New Delhi after recent tensions over tariffs, Russia policy, and questions about America's long-term commitment to the Quad alliance. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.